let you do the intro.
What's up, guys? Brock here with my boy Chavis. There you go. There you go. All right, we got podcast number 2, Thursday, week 2. You know what I'm saying? This week we're talking about college life, like day in the life, like what,
Day in the life of Logan Paul.
yeah. So I go to UNL. I'm an accounting major. Where do you go?
I go to UNO. I'm actually my official major is religious studies, but they don't allow like pre-law as an actual major, but I'm going pre-law.
Cool.
I want to be a lawyer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so take me through like a day in the life. Like, what's it like going to UNL?
So, as I feel like a lot of people know, UNO and UNL are sister schools, as well as Kearney, the three of them. All three are like vastly different. UNL is definitely the biggest out of all of them. And
Represent, baby.
most well known. Kearney is more like the small town like vibe, and UNO is more like UNL and UNO are both city sort of campuses,
Right.
but UNO is for sure smaller, and it's divided in between two campuses. I live on I live across from Pacific campus. I live on like Dodge campus, and I mean it's kind of, I just like wake up in the morning and I just do my thing.
Yeah, okay, so I live in the suites
Yeah.
at UNL. It's pretty nice. There's 2 rooms, 2 guys per room. There's the bathroom, there's a shower, there's a sink in the room, everything.
Sounds like a house.
I know, it's the living room, all that, cool. So like what's the living situation like at UNL?
Oh, so
How's that?
UNO's dorms are actually like the average dorm is slightly bigger than
I
Logan's.
have heard that the UNL is pretty nice.
I wouldn't say
living situation.
I wouldn't say my whole dorm is as big as your suite, because your suite's divided more, but my room is definitely bigger than your average Lincoln room, and we have it between 4 roommates, 2 bathrooms, a big living room and a kitchen combined together, and it's like 2 roommates live across from one another, so they divide it evenly. And I live on University Village, which is kind of like it's the most basic living area, and then you got Maverick Village, which is the only difference is that the living room and the kitchen is slightly bigger. And then Scott Village, Scott Court, and Scott Crossing are the more renovated dorms that are slightly bigger, more updated. Kind of like if you go over there, it'd look like a smaller version of Sandoz Hall or Able.
Yeah. I know, like, most people here live in the traditional dorms, really small. You have to go out of the community bathrooms and showers and stuff. So, like, it's pretty nice living with your own bathroom and sink and shower and all that different stuff.
Think of like the base UNO dorm is pretty much a suite at Lincoln,
right?
Because you don't have like community bathroom, community shower, or anything. It's like all you and your other roommate would like share one bathroom, and the other 2 roommates would share their bathroom, and you all share like the kitchen and living room, sort of like how the suite at Lincoln works with the kitchen in this living room area. Which is what really, I think that's like a lot of the appeal for UNO is that it's definitely the dorms, and there's actually, you'd think with like nicer dorms you'd have UNO would cost more, but it's opposite.
It is. It's a lot
surprisingly
less.
costs
Lincoln
less.
is
I know
crazy.
I know my dorm is like $5,600 a year. I think Scott Crossing or Scott Village is like $7,200, just because it's like Lincoln key card entry for just to get into like the building itself, and it's all been like completely renovated too.
I know at
really
UNL
nice.
it's in the suites is about 11, which is crazy.
Whoa,
It's about 11. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, if I was to live at Lincoln, I'd want a suite, but
I know.
I don't think I'd pay
expensive.
$1,100 for a suite.
Yeah. No, not 1,100.
No, not
11,000.
11,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My math is off. I'm not a math major, as you can tell.
Got my hot chocolate.
Catch me on that fucking philosophy.
JK, bro. They're pizza rolls. That's so cool.
Got my
They're hot too.
They're hot. So I got a question for you, right?
What's up?
So Lincoln alone. Well, University of Nebraska Lincoln alone. It's like its own city. It's like a city within a city.
Right, like the campus is like right downtown, but it's like its own. It's separate, but like you're right next to everything downtown.
Because every time I drive through, it feels like there's not much that separates downtown between the actual campus.
Yeah,
So
it's
it feels
right
like it's
on.
all melted
You have to
together.
like go right through downtown, or we're right downtown, yeah. Which is cool. Like
That
I
is
think
cool.
Lincoln's like the perfect city. It's not like your small town,
Yeah.
little town like there's nothing there, or it's not your big town like New York City or something like that. Like, I think Lincoln's like the perfect size for
Yeah.
a city. Like it's still a city. You got all your foods and all the different stuff everywhere you can go, and it's easily walkable distance.
And
I
that's
think really
kind
Lincoln's
of
really nice.
UNO. I know on Pacific campus, it's similar to like how you'd see like downtown Lincoln, except for it's a lot smaller. But it's like you get a lot of like nice shops and areas like to go eat and
Mhm.
stuff, like theaters that are basically right by the dorms over there. And you got Baxter Arena over there too.
Mhm.
I think it's Scott Crossing that has it's got like a basketball court right in the middle of all like the dorm buildings, which is really dope. And I know Maverick Village has that, but it's not an actual like basketball court. It looks more like the type of court you'd see for like one on one, like in a park,
Right.
which kind of sucks, but you get what you get, and you don't throw a
I
fit.
mean, like housing or school, everything put aside. Like Lincoln's got like the sports. Like that's
Lincoln
like,
is the sports.
like that's pretty cool. Like
I
I know,
wanted
like
to go for-
UNO doesn't have a wrestling or a football
no,
team.
UNO
like,
has a wrestling team.
do they really? Do they get it back?
Yeah, they have a. I'm pretty sure they have a wrestling team because there's like 9 girls sports and 6 guys sports. The girls sports would be track, cross country, and swimming. I'm pretty sure the guys have. This isn't for guys alone, but I know the guys sports are like soccer. I think
Yeah, basketball.
track. Wrestling. No, guys don't have track either.
Really?
Yeah, guys don't have track either. I'm pretty
That's
sure they have
crazy.
a golf team, a tennis team, and and a baseball team. I think they have a tennis team. I haven't seen a tennis court there, but I think there's a tennis team. And that's kind of what made me mad about UNO. Like, I really like the education there, which when you're talking about college, if you're deciding between like UNO, Lincoln, and Kearney, a lot of people will tell you that the education at UNO is like the best out of the 3. But when you go to UNO, you'll find that a lot of the programs are taken through Lincoln. Like, I
Mhm.
know one of my roommates, he's gonna end up for his like engineering major. He told me he's like, I do 2 years at Omaha, and then I'd have to transfer to Lincoln for 2 years to finish the 4. And so he's like technically a student at Lincoln because his classes are taken through Lincoln, but he's not. And that like really made it made me feel like not awkward or weird or anything, but it just made me feel like UNO is really kind of dependent on Lincoln, even though that it does a lot.
Like
to,
our sister colleges,
does a lot
but,
to, like,
Lincoln's
separate.
the big one.
Lincoln is like the big sister.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Monday morning. Take me through a Monday. Take me through a day.
Oh,
a day
Monday?
in the life. Like
So
when you wake up, when you go to class, what kind of classes? How many credit hours? How
I'm
many credit
at,
hours you?
I'm
you
at
do?
13. Last semester I took 14. This semester I took 13 credit hours.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but is it 12? Like
12 is a full-time
It's
student.
full time student.
12 is a full-time
Okay.
student. So I take like 13 credit hours. On Monday, I only have 2 classes, so I'd wake up at about like 7:55 and kind of like, wake up, get
Mhm.
ready, make sure I have everything ready for my 8:30 class. Walk across campus. It's not a very long walk. Like, I leave about 8:15. Walk across campus to the Arts and Sciences Hall, which is nicknamed Ash. It's about like a hour and 15-minute class. Get done at 9:45. Walk on over to CPAX, which for my scholarship, I'm a Goodricher, which is similar to the Susan Thompson Buffett scholarship, except for Goodrich is only offered through UNO.
Okay, cool.
And I'd go there, and a lot of my classes are centered around CPAX because that's like the hub of Goodrich. So I have like an hour and 15-minute class at CPAX, and then after that, I kind of do my homework, study, kind of just chill in my dorm for a little bit, watch some Netflix. I'm a pretty lazy college student.
Right.
Pretty
Who isn't
lazy.
though? Who isn't?
Who
Come on.
isn't? Like, I kind of just sit there and procrastinate, and then after that, UNO has a nice like H&K, which is, they still call it Hyper, is like the H&K is like for it's like human and kinesiology or something. And that's where like you go to work out. It's got like 2 weight rooms, indoor track. It's got it's got like, I want to say like 4 basketball courts,
Nice.
a rock climbing area, indoor pool, a hot tub, obviously a locker room with steam rooms, and then there's a few other areas in there that I haven't really seen. Outside of that is the soccer field also, and it's got like a cafeteria area and like a kind of like a study line for the people because H&K has classes in there as well. And I go down there and I work out in the 2 weight rooms. One's like more for like, it's got the machines in it, and the other one's like a free weight area. Mm-hmm. And I tend to go to the free weight area because it's kind of got like a nice little mix between. It's got the machines that you'd need, like the base machines that you'd need for like certain lifts, but it's got a lot of free weights in there.
Cool.
I go in there and do my thing, work out try to get like an hour in. Swim for a little bit. I got a swim class down there too, so you catch me at H&K like 2 days out of the week.
Catch me at that swim class.
Catch me at that swim track for like 2 days out of the week. I spend a lot of time at the rock climbing area. The rock climbing area is
nice.
Lit.
I still haven't gone there for
they teach you. They have a belay class in there too. They teach you how to properly like belay for rock climbing. They got instructors in there. You can also get a personal trainer. They also got like I don't know the exact name for it, but like one time when I was rock climbing, when you rock climb, you get like bad sores in your hands. Like I like cut my fingers up really bad. You go in there and they like stitch you up, wrap your hands up for free. It's nice. They also teach like taekwondo, judo. They teach like fighting in there. They got like a wrestling room in there. It's pretty nice. They teach soccer. Well, they don't teach soccer, but they have the soccer classes in there. So they got like a little indoor soccer area that switches into a basketball court. Indoor volleyball court too. They can double up as like a full. I haven't seen that side of the basketball room as a full court yet, but it's divided so you can like 1-on-1. The indoor track is only 200 meters long, but it's still nice.
It's
still nice. Oh, they also got like a camping and outdoor center in there too. You can go and rent like camping equipment, like canoes, tents, and stuff.
Nice.
You rent it out for when you need it. It's nice.
My Monday is the worst day of the week. I'm telling you, like I'm taking 16.5 credit hours technically.
Why?
It's just the way it is.
Is that like for your major? Like did you have to take those classes? Like
most of my classes are requirements that way. I have to take for my major and stuff like that. Monday is my worst day. I got 3 classes. I got a pretty good schedule. I got a pretty
solid schedule.
Pretty solid schedule. Like I do the same thing basically every day. I wake up like 8:30, take a shower, eat, go to my accounting class at 9:30, get out of there at 10:20. I'm back in my dorm by 10:30. I take a nap from like 10:30 to 12. Wake up, go to my business writing class at 12:30.
Business writing?
I have a business writing class. It's a required class for the
business writing.
For you learn to like write business letters and memos. And
I already did that in like 8th grade.
Who didn't though? And so I take that. Then I go to Husker Heroes. Husker Heroes is like the sandwich shop. Like you can have sandwiches, or you can go to the dining hall. So I get there every day. Have my Husker Heroes. Have my sandwich every day. Then I have my international economics class, which let me tell you what sucks. Econ 321, whatever, it sucks. So I had that from 3 to 4:15, and then I come home, take another nap for a little bit, and I work
sleep a lot, dude.
Guess what I do at night? Grind on Fortnite. Like the Fortnite grind, like that's the college life. You gotta grind on that Fortnite. I'll tell you what.
Here's the worst thing, and I feel like Brock can agree with me on this one. My math class is I have to do my assignments online. I grind on Fortnite so much that I have missed like 3 homework assignments.
No, that does happen.
2
that
quizzes
definitely does happen.
Just because I stay up so late doing Fortnite.
Oh yeah. What do you do? It's a grind. it's a grind.
I have a lot of crunch time assignments I gotta do because of Fortnite. Like my math test I just took, I almost missed studying it because of Fortnite. I didn't do bad on my math test. I did really well, but like,
I got one thing to say.
A lot of
Fortnite ruins relationships. Let me tell you that right now.
Shout out to Yards and Carrie.
Fortnite ruins relationships.
Shout out to Yards and Carrie. hope it works out though.
Yeah, but the rest of my week's not bad. Tuesday I have one
Yeah.
class at 12:30 to go to
Same.
1:45. So one class.
Mine's at 10.
Wednesday I have 2 classes. Thursday I have no classes. So holla at
Wednesday
that.
I have 3
And
classes.
Friday I have 2. So it's not
Friday I
bad.
have 1.
Nice.
I feel like at Lincoln though, I've noticed that you guys have to take a lot of classes. That it feels like enrichment almost, you know, like classes that you don't necessarily need.
No,
but
like they're
you gotta
called,
take
they're
them.
called like ACE requirements. So to graduate
Yeah.
from Lincoln, you have to have like ACE requirements, like ACE 1 through 9. So there's
Does
10
that
like
do those count as credits though?
yeah, they do.
So is that why you have like 16 credit hours? 'Cause you gotta,
Right.
Yeah. See, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that.
Yeah, it's only at UNL you have to have like certain like you have your gen eds at every college, but
Yeah.
UNL takes it one step farther.
It feels like, so he's at 16 and a half?
16 and a half.
He's at 16 and a half, which is a lot of credit hours.
16's pushing it, honestly.
12 is like, there's people that you'll meet who like somehow, I don't get how they do it, but they break their classes up where they have like 2 days off out of the week. Makes no
Yeah.
sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. It feels like they're never doing anything.
No, they never do.
I
Besides
take, like,
that Fortnite grind, though.
That Fortnite grind. I take 13 credit hours every day. I'm doing something. Tuesday and Thursday, like I have a swim class, which is not a lot. It's like 15 minutes. I'm done at like 10:30. I have nothing else to do the rest of the day except for like study and stuff. But despite having 13 credit hours, I actually am pretty busy. And I don't have to take a lot of gen eds like he does and like ACE requirement classes, but my classes, the ones that like do matter, like my religious studies class, my perspectives class, my math class, and all that, like it's pretty work intensive. Like
Yeah,
it
like
is work
they say
intensive.
like college, you have so much free time, but I swear you always
you're
got
doing
something to
something.
do.
Yeah, you're doing
You're either
something.
studying, working ahead, giving assignments.
Fortnite is like
I'll say
80% of my
Fortnite doesn't
day.
really help a lot.
Doesn't help, but
It's a grind.
I still got A's. I still got A's.
Nice. What's your first semester GPA? What's your GPA right now? You care to say?
Probably like I had to guess. I haven't even looked at it. I know in my math class I'm sitting at like a B. I think in my perspectives I got like an A. In religion, we haven't even had an assignment. So
Mine's like
technically
mine's a 3.3.
Mine's
right
probably
now.
like a 3.4,
Nice.
3.5 or something. I like. You should have seen me first semester. The first semester was hard. I only took 14
my first
credit
semester
hours.
sucked. I was taking calculus. I was taking computer
It
science
was-
classes.
Every
Calculus
class felt
sucks.
so hard.
Trust me,
It
calculus
felt
is
so
not fun.
hard. Calculus does suck.
Yeah, it do. No,
I
it do.
I only got to like pre-calc and I was like, this is stupid.
It sucks. No,
Stupid.
it's not fun.
Like,
Unless you're like a math nerd, then it's not fun.
like I'll give you guys a little insight here, and I know Brock is gonna cringe when I say this.
Oh god.
I was writing about 10 pages a week.
Oh
for
yeah.
one class.
Some classes you're just writing books every
By
time.
I had to read a book within. He'd give us like we'd be writing an assignment, and then he'd tell us like, I want you guys to have this book read by this. Well, not by this date, but the assignment's due on this date, so you better have this book read. I had to read like 6 books. Read none of them. Still got like a B in that class. My first semester was probably like a 3.1 GPA. I swear to God. My
Sounds terrible.
final assignment that I wrote in a night, and I don't recommend anyone do this, but
No.
you're gonna do it for
You're
a
gonna
class.
do it,
You're gonna
trust
do
me,
it for a
dude.
class, and you're gonna regret it. You're gonna hate yourself, and you're gonna tell yourself you're never gonna do it again, and you're still gonna do it again.
You'll do it again easily.
I
though.
had a 20 to 25 page paper due, and I started on it at 2 in the morning, the day it was due, and I had class at 10. So I stayed up all like the previous day, like doing for my other classes, and then all that night writing. I wrote 20 pages. I hit the bare minimum,
Bare minimum.
and I got an 89 on that paper.
Like they used to call
I got
me,
like an
they used to
89.5.
call me bare minimum in high school. Like in order to get an A, you had to do like 5 pages. I do exactly 5 pages. Bare minimum. As long as whatever it took to get by to get an A
The
or whatever
bare-
to do. Bare minimum.
The bare minimum for each of the assignments before that was like 6 pages. I always was like struggling to fit it within
yeah.
10. The max was 10. I was struggling because he gave us this formula to like summarize the book. You did it like chapter by chapter, and he's like, if you do it chapter by chapter, you're gonna hit 10 pages. I was like writing this, I'm like, dude, I made like 12 pages. What the hell? And I like that 20-page paper. I felt really proud of it. I think I got like, I think I was like top 5 in the grades. One girl beat me with like a 93. I was like, God dang it. And I asked my professor, I was like, how'd she beat me? And she was like, he basically said she didn't have a better story to tell. It's just hers went so deep. But I think
deep. That's the way.
Hers went deep. Mine was deep too, but hers was like somehow deeper, and I don't understand how it could be any deeper.
The faster and deeper usually is like how they get the better.
The ultimate goal though was like he would choose a few of the papers out of each class to like keep forever to show to other classes, and he told me that he was like probably gonna keep mine, and I was like, that's the goal. That's the goal, is when your professor is like proud of your work.
All right, you got anything else to say about your day in the life, UNO, college life?
It's a lot of it. I mean, Lincoln's a lot of good time.
Lincoln always is a good time. It's always a good city.
Why do you think I'm here? It's always a good
time. UNO, baby.
UNO it's a good time too. It's a real good time too.
Alrighty, guys.
It's not a safe good time. I wouldn't do it. Lincoln's safer somehow.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Podcast week 2, number 2.
Follow my Instagram at MLGBonghiz.
Check me out. Instagram, Brock Milius, all that stuff. Check me out on Twitch. We'll be live streaming some Fortnite.
I know his sister.
Check us out. Yo, YouTube. Like, subscribe. Peace out, yo.